Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another stream. It's Monday night. I've had a pretty poor Monday, fantasy football-wise anyway. It's not quite gone to plan. Some questionable decision-making in my team, which we'll go through in a minute. But overall, a pretty good wildcard, I would say. A decent rise in rank. I got so close to the top 100k, which I've not been in so far this year. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get into that. But I'm close. Closer than I've been all season. So, we'll see how that goes. What's up, Fozzie? Adam, as always, in the building. Two Adams. Jury and Lamb. Did I see Pep's comments about not playing Aguero and Jesus together? I did. I'm done with Man City strikers. As you can see, I don't have any. Only one Man City player in total. Lots to talk about. I feel like I say that every week, but Morata and Hazard did really well. Kane didn't do so well. Pogba's back. Lukaku's back. Scoring. Lots went on. Yeah. Loftus-Cheek and Supermartin points on my bench. We'll talk about it in a minute. I feel like I can be what's the word? There's questionable decision making, I'd say. Let's just talk about it now. I basically was so fixated on playing Dan. I had it in my head that he was a goal threat and that a clean sheet was possible. And so I was so fixated on playing him that I almost didn't consider playing Supermartin. I was kind of going to bench because I was hoping for a Duffy clean sheet. But I Loftus-Cheek, I never even considered playing him. I mean, in hindsight, I should have played Loftus-Cheek because if he was injured, he just wasn't going to play at all, and Dan would have come on anyway. And I don't usually. That's actually going against. That's going against what I would usually do. I almost never bench an attacker for a defender because this can happen. So yeah, Supermartin's going to get 3 bonus points. He's going to finish on 10. Look, I would have probably played Loftus-Cheek ahead of him anyway, so I was never getting those Supermartin points. I don't think it's the end of the world to have points on my bench. Just means they got a good squad, I hope. Or that I make really bad decisions. So I'll put my team for next week up later. I'm probably going to bench Supermartin again. We'll have to talk through whether that's a stupid idea or not. After saying on the Scoutcast that maybe we should start looking at captaining Salah every week because he's so consistent. And he gets 16 points. I mean, the man's a legend, but again, I barely even considered captaining him. But I didn't captain Kane, which is good. So Lukaku, yes, just a goal, but 12 points is excellent. This is the problem of having 8 viable attackers. Yeah, exactly. And I don't usually play the game like this. I usually have. Even before when I said I was going to get Loftus-Cheek, I said I was always. Oh god, my hair! What a mess. It's like it was chucking it down earlier. I said I was just going to bench Loftus-Cheek every week, but I'm probably going to play him next week. So Supermartin won't get played until Swansea at home, or even Liverpool at home, maybe. And then it's 2 tough away games, so. I got him in because I thought his stats were okay, but I did look at the fixture list and think, when am I really going to play him? So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes with him. There's potentially a chance I get rid of him without ever playing him. We'll talk about that again soon. Yes, there's polls. Top right corner, there's 4 polls tonight. What do we have? I've forgotten already. Which formation? 3-5-2, 3-4-3. A lot of people are going 3-5-2 now, or at least they're saying they're going 3-5-2. I don't know if they are. And then what else did I put? Best Chelsea attacker, basically Hazard or Morata or both or neither. Is it time to let go of Kane? A lot of people are getting frustrated with him. He's obviously blanked way more times than he's scored. When he does score, it's a brace, but it's tough to captain him at the moment. And then Gameweek 13 captain. Matthew Higgins, you got major captain issues this season. I would have to go back through, but I'm not sure how often I've nailed a really good captain apart from Kane a couple of times. Has Ola put all the IKEA furniture together? No, we went to IKEA. So after spending 4 hours in IKEA a couple of weeks ago, kind of deciding what we wanted but not ordering it, we went back on Saturday, no, yesterday, and even though we knew what we wanted and we got the big stuff bought really quick, we were still in there for 5 hours. In fact, over the weekend I've been out of my current house for about 24 hours doing stuff for the new house, so I was so glad that it wasn't a stream till tonight. But yeah, it was a nightmare basically. So we're getting it delivered, so we'll have it on Wednesday. We're going to put it together this weekend, hopefully. We've just ordered blinds. It's just literally ordered blinds about 10 minutes ago. It is exciting times in my house. But yeah, the new house is coming together. In there set up. We'll do a test stream at some point. It won't be a test stream, it will just be a stream. It'll either work or it won't. It takes 5 hours just to make a bedside table. I've got to put... I think most of the stuff will be okay, but we've got to put a bed together for the little one, and yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. Where am I buying the blinds from? I don't even know, to be honest. Anyway, back to the FPL stuff. It's Jesus or Aguero until Mendy's back, meaning Sané is pretty much nailed. I mean, that's what it sounds like, but Sané's not going to play every game, surely. Gross is now on 3 bonus. Gross. I've written him off so often. I even said on the Scoutcast I was going to go for Choupo-Moting. I think I said this because Gross never shoots and then he scores. I've given up talking about Gross. Whatever I say, he does the opposite. Maybe I'll start rating him as an option. And hopefully he'll go down the pan. You were looking at blinds for the Davern today. Welcome to middle age. Oh no, I can't be dealing with it. Like, yeah, it's a blind. Does this blind mean people can't see in? Yes, I'm happy with it. Boom, done. Assuming Kane out, who for and who gets upgraded? So I've looked at this. Had to look at it at least. So Kane to Wilson. Kane to Wilson, Choupo-Moting to Hazard, and Dan to Alonso. Yeah. If you remember on the last stream, I was looking at Wilson and Alonso. Would have been so good. But it didn't happen. I'm not going to worry about it too much. But basically, I think my plan this week is to save a transfer. I'll put my proper team up in a minute. And then the following week, maybe look to make 2 or 3 transfers. But if Sterling plays midweek, I'm having the same thoughts that everyone who's got Sterling is having. Could I just get Pogba in this week? Now, after 2 games, in the next 4, 2 of the games for United are not great, so I'm not that confident in Pogba returns. But he came back and he looked good again. Every game he's played this season, he's been getting points pretty much. How's it going, Alexander? You finally got a good captain this week, Morata, and got in Pogba, 92 points, very nice. My total points are like 688, I think. Yeah, I think it's going to be 688. Might be 667. I don't know if that's taken into account today's game or not. I mean, Wilson has to be the #1 choice at Bournemouth. I think King can play with anyone. I think King's 100% nailed. About as much as you can be with 4 strikers in the team. But I think King's nailed because he plays a little bit further behind. So then it's Afobe, Defoe and Wilson. And I saw some stat that Wilson scored more in that one game than Defoe scored in his last 23 or something like that. I don't know if I saw that wrong. But, I mean, yes, over Christmas, Wilson will probably miss a game or 2. But who's not going to miss a game or 2? You just have to hope that he doesn't miss one in like the next 4 when they've got really nice fixtures. Now, the Bournemouth fixtures are a bit annoying in that, let me just check down, but I think they've got 4 nice ones, and then 3 not so nice. And then they're back to okay-ish ones again. They're fine after that, I'd say. I mean, to be fair, Man United away and Man City away are not good. Liverpool at home, it's not the end of the world, I don't think, for Wilson. Maybe we wouldn't want to be playing Charlie Daniels in that. Papa Smurf, what a man. He's right, hit that like button. If you feel like you're gonna enjoy the stream. If you don't, don't. Eddie Howe said in an interview that Defoe still isn't quite fitting in. Seems to be staying on the bench for a while. Yeah, I mean, let's not forget, Defoe in footballing terms is pretty old. Nias looks like a good option too, yeah. Especially 4.9 million. If you're playing 3-5-2, he's obvious. Thoughts on Jones, Christian or Smalling? I looked at so many. Basically on Saturday morning, I decided I was going to get rid of Jones because I knew he wasn't going to play this week. And there's a high chance, I'd say, that he only plays one of the next 2. And then over Christmas, you're just going to have this problem every week. So I thought I would get someone else in. So I considered so many defenders. There was Rojo, Smalling. So obviously Smalling scored, but I was considering Rojo as well. Shawcross, Maguire, who I went for. Christiansen. I looked at Christian and thought, I know I said before, there's surely Luiz is not going to get phased out this early on in the season by Conte. And then I thought to myself, look, you've got a pretty safe team. Why not risk Christiansen? If he doesn't play, you can just get rid of him in a few weeks. And now he's played 2 in a row. If he plays against Liverpool, then I really want him in my team. Oh, here we go. Physio says, Christian, this is what Conte said. Christian deserves to be starting, but over Christmas we will need the whole squad. Okay, so maybe not any different to any other player. 5.4 million though. So good. Have I done the calculation on what my old team would have got? I've not, but I mean, I can bring out the old team. I mean, obviously I would have made a transfer probably. Well, I would have made a transfer. But this is my old team. So Vardy, I think, got 2 points. Jesus got 8, I think. So obviously Lukaku and Morata did better than them. Plus, if I kept this team, there's an outside chance I would have captained Salah, but realistically I would have probably captained Kane. So that would have been worse. Ericsson did nothing. Norton, nothing. Ward didn't do as good as me. Goalkeepers didn't do anything. And I would have probably swapped Jones out for someone. So I basically scored much better, I think, by swapping. Because I had Ben Mee and I had Charlie Daniels in defence. Plus Pope in goal. I'm happy with it overall. Could have been better. Could have made a better captain choice. Could have played Choupo-Moting, but I didn't, so. Yeah, I saw you 97 points. Nicely done. Zaha's done. Yeah, Zaha looks like a great pick. Great fixtures, decent form. Is the patience suggestion perhaps needed with Dan and Choupo-Moting picks? You did consider the Chelsea guys but decided against it for a reason. So, one of the reasons I decided against like the Chelsea guys or whoever, whichever midfielder, because I looked at Sané too, so it wasn't like I was looking at Hazard. Because I basically couldn't decide who to get rid of out of Morata and Lukaku. But I think longer term, having 3 premium strikers is not great use of the money. Because there's some very good midfielders that are cheaper. There's loads of captain options. Like if you can captain Salah every week, then you can probably afford to get rid of a premium. Now Morata looks like a captain option coming up. Kane, if he does something against West Brom straight away for the next 2 fixtures, I'm looking at him for captain. So I think one of them can go eventually. It's getting the timing right of which one goes and who you swap for. So yeah, I'll stick with Choupo-Moting and Dan for now, but I'm not super attached to them. So we'll see. 1 premium of 5 strong mids. I still don't think I like that. You're kind of, once you go there, I feel like you're kind of stuck there for a good few weeks. It's hard to transfer back. It's not hard, it's just going to cost the same amount of transfers, because as soon as you sell Kane, you distribute that cash. So like if I save a transfer this week and then the week after I get rid of Kane and bring in whatever I said before, Wilson, Hazard and Alonso, that's great. But then it's another 3 transfers to get back to Kane. So that's, I don't know, it's a lot of money. Sorry, a lot of transfers. So you've got to be really sure you want rid of Kane. And to be honest, a lot of it is fear, because we know what he can do. Is Maguire worth the extra 0.6 over Morgan if the money can be used on upgrading your 5th defender? I don't know. Is there not another way you can get the 0.5 million? Or the 0.6? The thing is, I do think we're looking at Maguire because of his goal threat, not necessarily because we think Leicester are going to get loads of clean sheets. So Morgan can score too, I suppose, but Maguire's probably the most goal threat in that team. Pogba on penalties. Do you get rid of Abraham for Nias and bring in Hazard for David Silva? That looks like a nice set of transfers, that. Do we know... Hang on a second. Yeah, I don't know where the Pogba's on penalties thing came from. Don't think that's been said. Do I stick by going big 3 at front? You went 3-5-2. I mean, for now, yeah, but like I said before, I'm not stuck to this. I've kind of gone for this, and then I can look to downgrade later on. So probably no. Probably 5 mids is better. Lukaku's going to have to do something good against Brighton, I think, because then it's Watford away, and I think we've got to play Arsenal and... Is it Man City? Hang on. Yeah, Arsenal away and then Man City at home. So, not expecting much from Lukaku and them. And then it's good fixtures again. So, it's a tough call, really. But I think I'm going to be chomping at the bit next week to get rid of one of the premiums. And Lukaku, I don't know, if Kane blanks again. If Kane blanks and Lukaku doesn't do anything against Brighton, it makes it really hard. Oh, I overtook you, but you got me back because you had Choupo-Moting and I didn't. Nightmare. Okay, let's Pulis confirmed that Pogba's on penalties. Okay. Not sure what Pulis has got to do with anything. Can Morata score against Liverpool? Yeah, of course he can. Top form, that man. So this is my team for next week. Choupo-Moting on the bench again. What we're doing, lads. So let's have a look, right. Currently, Lukaku is... Oh, let me get rid of that. Currently, Lukaku is my captain. Kane, vice-captain. Now, I don't know if I can resist captaining Kane, not captaining Kane against West Brom, to be honest. Because there is that point that just because he is blanking doesn't mean he's going to keep on doing it. But at the same time, there could be big points in risking not going with him again. But obviously West Brom just lost their manager. I don't know. Yeah, so Elliott versus Pope is interesting because generally... I usually play... I know it's going to sound really stupid, but I usually play whoever I think's got the best chance for a clean sheet, even if I've got an attacker playing. But obviously I've got Richarlison against Elliott, so if I play Pope, I'm kind of banking on Richarlison scoring, Elliott loses his clean sheet, and then maybe Pope gets a jammy clean sheet against Arsenal. So I'm kind of playing for the higher ceiling. Whereas the safer move would probably be to play Richarlison and Elliott. And if Richarlison does well, maybe Elliott gets some saves. If Elliott keeps a clean sheet, then okay, I've got points there, not for Richarlison though. But yeah, like Adam was saying, Pope could get a clean sheet, saves too. How's it going, Andrew? Brighton's a much harder fixture than West Brom. Yeah, I mean Brighton have just conceded 2 to Stoke. Didn't look that great to me. West Brom could play better now, but Kane should still score. Yeah, I mean West Brom can't play much worse, can they? That's the same logic as coverage. Yeah, I probably will play Elliott. I'm just not sure Elliott or Pope gets a clean sheet, and Pope's a really good shot stopper. Really good for saves. Kane does have penalties, that's true. They haven't won any yet, though. Yeah, to be honest, I don't usually try avoiding players that are playing each other. I'm playing Loftus-Cheek ahead of Supermine because he's at home. I don't know, it's close. Obviously, tonight's made me rethink Supermine. Gross does keep going really well, and I'm not even considering him, really. Oh, put the mic back on. Do you give Eriksen one more week? Yeah, I mean, Eriksen's one of those players you're probably always going to give one more week to. If you've got nothing pressing, you could do it, but otherwise, yeah, just wait. I mean, it's West Brom at home, surely. Surely you can get something. Do I think that Pope will replace Heaton permanently? No, definitely not. I'd say as soon as Heaton's back, he's straight in the team. Even though Pope's been really good. Would I captain Hazard or Salah for the next game week? Probably Salah, because he's at home. Don't know if that's a good enough reason. I mean, the fact that Liverpool have got Firmino, Mane, Coutinho and Salah in the same team now is good. Good for them. Oh, don't worry, I knew you meant Heaton. Is it time to think about Sanchez? I probably won't think about Sanchez unless I get rid of Kane. I just can't really afford both. Choupo-Moting plays striker. Loftus-Cheek doesn't. No brainer. Yeah. Fair point. I'd have to check them position-wise just to see how different it is. Is Daniels ever a good option away from home? I mean, it's not the greatest option, granted, but I think against Swansea, I'll take the risk. I mean, it's either him, me, or Duffy, so I think it has to be Daniels. Potential attacking returns. I mean, the man got 2 bonus points in a 4-0 win. I think that's impressive. Trooper striker. Yeah, I might swap. Maybe I should just go back to Loftus-Cheek always being on my bench. Give myself less of a headache. How's it going, Eddie? I don't want to say that Hazard is essential, but he looks like a very good option, and I'm pretty tempted to double up with Morata. It's just difficult about how to fund that. Wow, Pogba on penalties. Now that would be awesome. I'm very tempted from Sterling to Pogba. Don't know. Been impressive, that Pogba lad. I think Sterling starting midweek would push me into doing it. Am I sticking with Scott Dan? Yeah, of course I am. Got great fixtures. He's going to get a clean sheet sooner or later. And I'll keep playing him until I get it. It doesn't matter how many points I would have lost along the way. Greatest potential from here to New Year's Eve, to New Year's. Hazard, Salah or Sané? Oof. Do you know what? I don't know if I can look past my man Salah. Hazard's definitely got the fixtures. I can just still see him just going off the boil at a moment's notice. Coutinho. No, wait, you didn't say Coutinho, did you? Sané. Yeah, I'm going to stick with Salah. When all those defenders are coming out in gloves, it's too cold over Christmas. Salah's still going to be running past him at 1,000,000 miles an hour. If you have Morata, you don't need Hazard. Nah, that just doesn't make sense to me. So someone's outside my house. Pogba's on penalties for sure. Is he? Yeah, sorry, 2 secs. See you later, George. Is Zlatan a good shout now he's back? No, not right now. I think Lukaku's still going to be #1. Maybe Ibra will start the odd game over Christmas, but Lukaku's still going to be #1. Maybe they'll play together. You're so tired. When I took my headphones out, you took them out too. So maybe there's something going on outside your house. What's my foot 18 team? We won't go into it here. It's decent enough though. Got a bunch of coins saved up. Is Pogba now essential? No. Hazard's too expensive when you could have value. Salah, Silva, Pogba, Richarlison. I agree there's a lot of value, but at some point you've got to spend your money. The question isn't, is Hazard too expensive compared to them? It's, is Hazard a better option than Lukaku and Kane, who are more expensive? And we're going to take more risks now. My hunch is after calling Wilson/Alonso. Probably not. I mean, I do kind of play safe mostly now. It's just how I play, and it's done me alright. I think I'm averaging something like 57 points a week, which I think is decent enough. To be honest, that'll see me good throughout the whole season if I can keep that up. Obviously, it's all about just beating the average week to week. So, I mean, it's nice when a punt or a kind of out there pick goes well, but generally they don't. Someone on Twitter benched Salah and played Atsu. Oh, Atsu was injured, yeah. Fair enough. They might have even done that on purpose. If only you could carry over your transfer profit from the following season. Yeah, that would be a bit weird. Moreno or me next week? Probably... Oh, that's close. I mean, Liverpool have been pretty good at home, to be honest, defensively. I'd probably go me. I think Chelsea will score. I think there's a chance the Burnley keep a clean sheet, but I think neither are going to do well. Moreno's not as attacking as maybe he once was. So go Ben me. Maybe he can score a goal. Your average is 52. I mean, I think 55-ish is pretty good. If you can average that throughout the season. Obviously, that changes in double game weeks, etc. Captain choices for you are Jesus, Vardy, Morata or Salah. If Jesus doesn't start midweek, I'd probably go Jesus. Otherwise... Salah? Not sure about Vardy, to be honest. You should try a live feed on a match day. It might be fun. Yeah, we always talk about this. I'm not sure enough people would tune in, to be honest. Because they could just be watching the match instead. Abraham to Wilson is a no-brainer. Yeah, pretty much, especially if he's out injured. Pogba captain, now that would be an interesting one. Not sure I'm quite there yet, but I mean, there's definitely worse options. I mean, it depends who your other options are. I mean, Pogba wouldn't be top of my list, but he's obviously done really well as soon as he's back. Another nice home fixture. So yeah, definitely could be worse. Last season, an average of 60 points got 13,000 overall rank. More players this year. Yeah, but obviously in double game weeks you don't just get 60. You get a lot more. Double that sometimes. In 2, so like 55 plus then a few good double game weeks would see you into the top 10k, I'd say. But yeah, it does all depend. There is more players playing, etc. I mean, to be close to 100k at this time with this many players playing, I'm pretty happy with that. I don't know if my rank's updated yet. No, not yet. Does Pogba's return open up other Man United options, Rashford or Mkhitaryan? I mean, Mkhitaryan wasn't even in the squad, so I wouldn't be going anywhere near him. Maybe Martial if he keeps starting, but there's always that worry that he won't. I do like Martial. I think he should be starting more. He's already done, like Frenzy's pointing out there, he's already done really well without the start, so what can he do with the starts? What's my Kane plan? Yeah, basically to keep at least one more chance. Probably more, to be honest. Yeah, don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't already. Been much appreciated. We're on 57, over 400 of you watching, so if we can get 100 soon, that'd be awesome. And subscribe if you're new around here. We're over 6,200 subs now, so getting on for that 7k. And then polls will be in about 20ish minutes, I reckon. Do I think Kane can recover? Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, I think Spurs are too good for that. For them to suddenly just suffer and just completely go off the boil. See you later, Fuzzy. Jesus already has the gloves on, bad sign. Aguero expected to start tomorrow, so Jesus better option this weekend. That's what it looks like. I mean, you're going to have the discussion every week, I expect. Would I ever make a knee-jerk transfer on a Saturday night? I have done in the past, but probably not for a couple of seasons now. I think sometimes, if you can get past the Saturday without making that rage transfer, then sometimes your outlook on the transfer you should make is completely different. You're a celebrity. I actually watched that yesterday. That high up platform thing. Sod that. Oh, you did a Rage Kane transfer out. Wow. Kane carrying an injury doesn't look right. Hopefully, Pochettino might say something about that. I don't know. That platform thing was fake. Should you swap Eriksen and add Hazard in your squad? You play 3-4-2. It looks like a good swap, but obviously Eriksen does have a nice fixture this week, so maybe wait a week on that. You might just miss out on some price changes. That's the only problem. I mean, Eriksen has West Brom at home. Hazard has Liverpool away. I think you probably hope that Eriksen does the business for you, but definitely in the long term, Hazard looks better. Wonder if they would ever introduce a change of captainship you could use after a game week. Nah, I don't think so. Kane potentially rested in the Champions League. Spurs have already qualified. Fingers crossed. It would be good to let him have a little rest, especially if he has been carrying a knock. Assuming Aguero starts in the Champions League, do you transfer him out to bring in Lukaku? I mean, only if you don't want him long term, I guess. I mean, Lukaku's pretty much guaranteed to start the next game. Nice captain option. So yeah, if you think longer term you're going to want rid of Aguero anyway, then that seems like a good week to do it. What other sports do I like watching? Tennis sometimes, usually Wimbledon. Might try and catch the Ashes, cricket-wise. When am I next streaming? On Thursday? Hopefully. Guys, don't call Pep an idiot. He is a manager. I don't think people are calling him an idiot, are they? Expectations for Dream Team next week? Oh, who knows? I mean, the Dream Team's always so weird every week. It's almost impossible to pick it. Kane captain becoming too risky now. Yeah, I think... I don't know. West Brom at home. How can you say that Kane is a risky captain at West Brom at home? It feels wrong to say that. But I think I'm put off enough to captain someone else. Right now, that might change as we get closer. Do I think Moyes is going to be legendary? Yeah, in a bad way. As a non-Salah owner, should you go Mane? What's the price difference? I still think Salah... sorry, yeah. Did I say Sané? I meant Salah. Have a look. Salah's 9.6 now, wow. Mane's 9.3, 0.3. I still prefer Salah. I think he's the best. I mean, Coutinho maybe at 8.8. Could be decent value. The good thing about him is he mops up bonus points, Coutinho. I'm not sure I'd be going Mane right now. I feel like I either want to save 0.5 and get Coutinho, or I just want to spend that little bit extra and get Salah. Gross and Choupo-Moting 3 bonus. Oh, very nice. If you've got either of them, fair play. What factors am I looking at to view Kane as a less of a risk of a captain? Basically, I'm waiting for him to score at home against a weak side and then captain. But I do see that that's not the best strategy, to wait until they've hit the points to then try and get more points. Obviously, you should try and preempt it. So I may change by the end of the week. Jones fit for the next week. We'll have to wait and see what Mourinho says. But I don't think he plays both the next 2 Premier League games. He probably misses one of them. If Kane always scores against Arsenal, what made you choose Lukaku? Well, just because he has always scored doesn't mean he'll keep scoring. And I knew Pogba was back, so and I saw a tweet saying he was going to be in the team. Now, granted, that tweet also said Rojo would be too, but I just thought Pogba back. Lukaku's been pretty consistent. Let's go for him. Kane hasn't been, so I suppose Kane had been doing well away from home, but yeah, I just thought just because he has scored doesn't mean he will. Let's switch to Lukaku. And to be fair, we did put 4 goals against Newcastle. Just shame Lukaku was only on the end of 1. Ibra, not an option really right now. How much did they even price Ibra at? Let's have a look. 10. Yeah. I'd almost want Lukaku to be out before I went for him. Lukaku doesn't seem to be as explosive. I mean, the one thing I suppose about that is, and Man United didn't have this last year, but Man United have got other players scoring around him, whereas for Everton, I think Lukaku scored a lot of Everton's goals. He's probably not needed to score as many for Man United. Do I think that Crystal Palace will concede against Stoke? I mean, I hope not. I just think that Dan is a better option than me and Duffy, so I'm not making a defensive transfer because the defenders I've got are okay for the next few weeks. So I think I just play Dan and hope for the best. Pogba to play the next 2 games? I think he will. In the Premier League games, yeah. How much is Wilson? You could just go and look. 5.9 he is. Leicester coverage for the West Ham match. I mean, it's on a Friday. I know people like to have coverage for those games. I mean, I've got Maguire, so I'm sorted. Am I really keeping Scott down until I get a return? Nah, of course not. But I've got him now, so I'm going to play him. What's my transfer rate? It'll either be Sterling to Pogba or save, I'd say. Why don't I show my game week points on the main screen? Yeah, I used to type it out and then I keep forgetting, so I haven't. Stoke have scored in 10 out. Yeah, I saw that stat earlier, but I mean, it doesn't mean they're going to keep doing it. I mean, it's all well and good saying Stoke are going to score fine, but would anyone really play me or Duffy ahead of Dan this week? Maybe you would. You think Crystal Palace are that bad? Next week, which one from Kane and Lukaku would you downgrade in order to upgrade defence? I wish I knew the answer to that question. I basically, what I'm doing with that is waiting this week to see what happens, see how they both play. It's going to be easier to get rid of Lukaku, I think. Because Kane still has some okay fixtures afterwards, whereas Lukaku doesn't necessarily. I mean, Watford away is okay, but then it's 2 tough ones like we already discussed, so probably Lukaku. But to be honest, if Kane blanks again and Lukaku gets like even just a goal, then it probably should be Kane, but it'd take a brave man to do that. And if that's you, fair play. You have Pope and Ward, but you can seriously consider me for a triple up on Burnley after the Arsenal game. Are their fixtures that good? Let's have a look. So Bournemouth, I mean, there's 2 away games straight away, and then 2 nice-ish home games. And then we're back to 2 away plus Spurs at home, plus Huddersfield away, then Liverpool at home. Another away game than Man United at home. I don't think I'd be tripping up on Burnley. I don't think... No, basically. I wouldn't be tripping up on Burnley. But I think it's super short term. Like, I don't even... Watford and Stoke at home, and that's it really. They might be okay in Bournemouth and Leicester away, but... I don't know, I don't think they're not Bournemouth away and Leicester away are not fixtures you want triple defence for, I don't think. Company great value for 5.8. Yeah, I actually looked at him, but I couldn't quite afford that much without making other sacrifices. I think yeah, that is good value. It's good for a goal. Good for clean sheets. Bonus. Good fixtures, Man City are doing well, clean sheet wise. Much prefer Company at 5.8 than Otamendi. Sané's stats are unreal. He should be in everyone's team. I know, but he's not. Mustafi at 5.3. Another defender to add to the list that I looked at. The only reason I looked at him is because I have him in a draft game, and I thought Arsenal's fixtures are coming up. They're okay. I didn't necessarily want him for... I probably wouldn't have played him against Spurs, to be honest. I would have benched him. So I wouldn't have even got his goal anyway. Not following the Palace 11. Is it just home versus away deciding Loftus-Cheek over Choupo-Moting? Yeah, pretty much. Right now, that could change. If you had Morata from the start of the season instead of Kane, you'd have had more points and 2.5 million to invest elsewhere. Yeah. Yep. You would have been you'd probably be top of FPL if you were predicting things like that. Hey, I never laughed at Loftus-Cheek. I knew he was going to be in my wildcard. Now, I didn't expect to be playing him straight away, but... That's how things have gone. I got 73 this week. Yeah, I watched I'm a Celeb yesterday. You got Pope and War, but you're tempted to play Elliot over Pope. Yeah, I am too, to be honest. Thoughts on Chelsea-Liverpool from Physio. Chelsea playing Azerbaijan on Wednesday. Liverpool playing Spain on Tuesday. Big advantage for Liverpool, wary of Hazard and Morata. I think the beauty of Hazard and Morata after doing so well this week is that next week they do have this Liverpool away game, so you don't have to be in a rush to get him. You can give it a week. You can save yourself a transfer and then decide. You can have a look at them against Liverpool and see if they're still good value. They might rise a bit in price, but it's not going to be huge. With United's fixture so favourable, am I tempted to triple up? No, because I don't know which defender I'd buy. Like, Valencia's too expensive, basically. De Gea, I've made my choice on goalkeepers. You think Arsenal won't score after beating Spurs? You're going Elliot, even though you have Richarlison. I mean, it doesn't always work like that, does it? Yes, they've beaten Spurs. Doesn't mean they won't do an Arsenal and be poor in the next game. Yeah, we'll do the polls soonish. Top right hand corner, little eye, click on it. Vote on the polls. As many as possible. Let's see how many we can get today. And hit that like button while you're at it, and subscribe if you haven't already. Will be much appreciated. Give it another 5 minutes for the polls, let people vote. Let me see how many... Oh. Let me refresh that again. Pretty sure more than 46 people have voted. $215. Okay, cool. Yeah, give it another 5 minutes. You sold Ben Davis last week. What's happened with Rose? He's not injured, is he? Maybe like all the comments before are in Pochettino's head. He just doesn't want to play him. Maybe he's still recovering a bit. Kane only scores when I don't captain him through, yeah. Oh, we had a bust up with Pochettino again. Is Davis now an option? Yeah. You just wonder how much it would take to patch that up. I mean, Davis can't play. Even if Rose doesn't play, Davis can't play all these fixtures. Rose got annoyed that he wasn't even on the bench and threw his toys out of the pram. But will they patch up? You know what I mean? Like Ben Davis, surely he can't play all these fixtures. Do you know what I'm saying? But is he going to play the majority? Maybe he is, and maybe that's a good option for 5.8. Is he 5.8 still? Hang on. 5.7? Yeah, I'd be tempted. I just don't know if now's the time to bring in a rotation risk. If you've got him though, sure, yeah, keep him. Especially for West Brom at home. Is a must-own player ever too expensive for you? How much would Salah have to get to before you say he's not worth it? If he keeps scoring like this, then I don't think there's a price he can get to this season, to be honest, where I'd say he's not worth it. But the problem obviously becomes, and some of it is psychological, that obviously the higher he gets, the easier it is to talk yourself out of it. Like, I'm obviously got him, I'm happy he's risen 0.6 since I got him. You know, if he got up to 10, 10.5, then yeah, you're comparing him to Hazard at that point, De Bruyne, so it's tougher to warrant it. But if he's still scoring like this, why not? Why isn't he worth that much money? It'd be hard for him to keep this up throughout the season, but he's looking really good. He's not put a foot wrong so far. Getting rid of Kane would free up so much cash to strengthen big guns in midfield. We always have these conversations every year with the highest priced player, no matter what they're doing. Obviously, it's a bit easier now because Kane's not doing well. But we've always done it in previous seasons. Even when Aguero did well and he was never like off form, we've still talked about, well, if we got rid of Aguero, think how much we could spread the cash. It's actually getting down and doing it. I think that's tough. And I don't think I can do it. Now, do I think it's the right decision? I think the problem with getting rid of Kane is once you do it, as soon as he scores, you're going to be panicking to get him back in. You keep him for West Brom, then he blanks. You get rid of him for Leicester and Watford away. He scores a brace and each. You're panicking straight away. You want him back. But I do agree with everyone that's saying it. You can redistribute that funds and get a better overall team, which should see you have more points. And as long as you can nail a captain every week or have a decent captain every week, then yeah, it could be great. You know, and even if Kane does score a brace or a hat trick, if he's blanked for 4 out of 5 of those games, it doesn't really matter. It'll feel bad for that week, the week that you don't get his points. But overall, you're better off. But exactly, Spurs' fixtures are really good too. I think the thing with Kane to do is try and forget about what's happened. Look at the kind of how he's playing the last couple of games. Look at Spurs' fixtures. Do you think Spurs are going to suddenly start playing awful? Or can they bring it back? Can they start playing well? Will the fixtures bring the form? And if so, Kane could be a great captain choice again in the not too distant future. When are the double game weeks? We don't know yet, but I mean they're going to be around game week 33, 34 probably. Maybe a slightly earlier one, but it will depend. I'm not usually too up on that until close to the time. Why are people so afraid to transfer Kane out? Because of what he can do. He can punish you quite quickly. But if you'd done that a few weeks ago, you'd be quids in right now. Why do loads of people think Arsenal won't score against Burnley after beating Spurs over a game against Watford? After beating Spurs over a game against Watford. I don't think it's that they don't think Arsenal will score. It's just that there is a chance that Burnley keep a clean sheet. Burnley don't concede many goals. They're going to sit back and let Arsenal play. And they're just going to try and defend deep. And that's what they do, and that's what they do well. It's a different proposition to playing Spurs at home. And I saw the analysis on Monday Night Football where Spurs were trying to press really high. Didn't kind of work out for them. Burnley are not going to do that. They're not going to give Arsenal that space in behind. And they're so well organised. Kolasinac a good option as Jones replacement with some good fixtures in the next few. Yeah, I think Kolasinac is fine as an option, to be honest. And yeah, Arsenal's fixtures are about to get better, so. But then you got someone like Mustafi or Monreal, maybe a bit cheaper. I think Monreal is still a bit cheaper than Kolasinac. Depends how many attacking returns you expect Kolasinac to get. He's probably not got as many as people thought he was going to. On my current team, do I have a set and forget player that you're going to be patient with? Richarlison, just because of his price, maybe. But I don't have to be patient with him because he's scoring so well. So I guess he gets a good few games. Like, he's got some tough fixtures coming up. I'll probably let him play through them and then keep him for the ones after. Ozil's created the most chances out of anyone this season. Is that right? That's always the case, though, isn't it? It's still, he's 9.5 million. I can't get behind Ozil. Thoughts on Liverpool-Chelsea game? Got a feeling Chelsea might nick it, you know. I think Chelsea just better defensively. They're both pretty good going forward. Obviously, Liverpool's at home, it's usually an advantage, but Chelsea might nick it 2-1, maybe. I don't know if that's too low scoring for teams that can attack so well, though. You tend to find these games are a bit tighter than you think they might be. Yeah, Daniels is pretty much... Daniels is mostly set and forget. Probably over the next... Yeah, probably. I would struggle to want to bench Daniels. I don't think I've got a week where, say, Maguire, me, and Duffy have all got better fixtures than Daniels. So Daniels will probably be set and forget, yeah. You think Liverpool are going to win 4-2? I'm not convinced by that. Chelsea have a great record against Liverpool. Set and forget is Fernandinho at this price. I love people that got Fernandinho. Fair play. Especially if you got him before all the goals and assists. Alright, let's do the polls. You've got about 30 seconds to start choosing. Start voting if you haven't already. Hit that like button while you're at it. Hit subscribe while you're at it. And we'll do them now. Okay, I'm just reloading. Of course, we've had nearly, wow, 270 votes. So, which formation? 3-5-2, 53%. That is the winner. 46% on 3-4-3. So, either people think it's the best or they're going that way. But it looks like people are starting to slowly convert from I guess that's three premium strikers ish to just 2. So there you go, 53%. Best Chelsea attacker. Wow, okay, not expecting this. I guess it's because of the value in midfield and the fact there's only a select amount of premium strikers, but 50%. Oh, sorry, I need a drink. That's better. 50% said Morata. 22% said get both. 21% said Hazard. And just 4% of you are going with neither, apparently. I think that will change. I think those fixtures are too good to turn down. Is it time to get rid of Kane? Oh, sorry. Mouth's gone now. Shouldn't say mouth, should say throat. Is it time to let go of Kane? 51% say they're considering it. Now, I did word this in a specific way, because if I put, I'm definitely getting rid, then not many people would. But I think to actually hear that people are considering it is a bit better. So, 51% say they're considering it. 48% saying he's staying. So, it's pretty close, to be honest. And I'm not surprised with the amount of times he's blanked. And then Gameweek 13 captain. Here we go. So, what do we say? Hang on. Is it time to let go of Kane? 51% of you are saying you're considering it. Interesting. Captain poll, 53% say Kane. 27% Lukaku, 11% a Man City attacker. Only 1% for Hazard or Morata, fair enough, because of the fixture. And then I should have put Liverpool attacker there, actually. And then 5% someone else. So 51% considering getting rid of Kane, 53% captaining this week. I guess that's maybe everyone else. Ooh, Dale Davis. Guess who moves captain from Salah to Kane at the last minute? Ouch. Will I make a change this week if no one gets subbed? I'm not making a transfer as it stands, no. I'm not worried about not having many Man City and Man United assets this week. No, not really. I've made my choice for Man City players, and I don't have to stick with it, but for now I am. Or maybe look at getting Sané in at some point. We'll see. I got 73 this week. 73 points. So like Dale, can't complain too much. Could have been better. Damn, double game week questions already. You got another 20 game weeks left yet before double game weeks. Don't panic about it too early. Sané captain this week better than Kane. Why would just Sané start midweek? Do you still think he's going to play? I mean, I do. I think Pep saying he's going to rotate the whole 11 game to game is just, maybe I'm just reading that wrong, but that's what it looked like to me. But that's just not happening, is it? City might struggle now they've lost so many defenders. No. I mean, they haven't been struggling. Now Company's back as well. I mean, he'll probably get injured, but Delph's been doing okay. I don't think they're going to struggle that much. I know they've lost Stones, but don't know. Phil Foden expected to start tomorrow for City after his great England performances. Peptation theory. That's pretty much how it goes. When's a good time to use bench boost and free hit? Probably double game weeks-ish. Free hit maybe for blanks. Am I surprised by Pogba's strong return? I don't know. Yeah, maybe a little bit, yeah. I didn't think he would come in, goal assist straight away. I guess they just managed him properly and didn't bring him back too early. He's a pretty fit guy generally. I mean, he's a 90-minute man, plays week in, week out, so yeah, he was already good this season. Obviously, the way we're playing is fitting him a bit more this year than last year, where it wasn't great, to be honest. Is Lukaku nailed on for 90 minutes with Ibra coming back? Nailed on. I don't know about nailed on. But until it happens, I would say yes, because you can't second guess that. Mourinho said not that long ago that he was kind of someone he had to play week in, week out. Now, he has got Ibra back now, of course, but I don't know if I don't think Mourinho is going to start rotating those two. But again, Ibra looked just like back to his normal self, really. Pretty impressive, like how quickly he's turned that around. You're not 100% sold on Richarlison in the next 3 matches. He does have some tougher fixtures coming up. Newcastle away, I think, is fine. Then Man United at home and Spurs at home, yeah, they're tough. But he's done okay in the bigger fixtures. If Jones is out for the Watford game, then that's a tough one. Because we've not looked as solid without Jones in the team. Yanks with the $1 donation. I like that. Yanks a lot. Very good. Cheers, Yanks. Yanks is back. Exactly. Lukaku Ibra with the new Jesus Aguero, in your opinion? I don't think it's going to be like that. Yeah, Yanks never left. He's always around. Crouch has more assists than Scholes. Is that true? Damn. Crouch is also the most subbed on player in Premier League history now. Zaha in for him for the next 3. I mean, Zaha in for Richarlison is not the worst move, but I don't know if you need to. Especially with the Newcastle game next, I think you keep Richarlison for that. Which budget striker would I downgrade to? It has to be Wilson right now. Streaming plans with a quick turnaround. I've got to play it by ear, especially with all the house moves and stuff. How's the string going to work for Gameweek 13 and 14? Let me have a look. So 13 finishes on the Sunday, 14 starts on Tuesday. I'll just stream on Sunday night. I won't be doing like 2 streams then, I'd say. Probably just the one. And then Wednesday night finish. Then Thursday, I guess. Basically the same, I guess. But there probably won't be as many videos, that's all. Stream will be insane around Game Weeks 20 to 22. Yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. Will Phil Jones start this week if fit? I say he's more likely to play in the Watford game. He's going to be more needed for the Watford game. Is gross set and forget at 5.5 million? I think so. If you've got him at 5.5, you've had a lot of points out of him too. Nias hasn't been charged as far as I know. I don't know when the decision will be made. Soon enough, I'd say. Before the next game week, it probably has to be decided or not. Yanks, you scored 89 this week while using no transfers. Good man. Company's 5.8. Yeah, I think a lot of people are waiting for the ban decision on the ass. From what I've not seen it, but from what people have said, it's probably not going to happen. It'll be hard pushed to ban someone for what he did. Now, I've not seen it, so maybe that's wrong. You're enjoying FPL more in the last 4 game weeks than the previous ones. Is that because you're doing better? Because a lot of time that happens. I've seen people saying they're going to quit FPL after one season, and then they start playing the next one, they do well, and suddenly they're in love with it. Still think I'm missing a trick not owning De Bruyne or Silva. So consistent. Yeah, they look nailed on, but doing alright without them so far. Yeah, Az had a great week. Ridiculous week, in fact. Does Salah cost? Salah will cost me 9.3 if he's gone up to 9.6. Gameweek 21 ends New Year's Eve. Gameweek 22 starts New Year's Day. Yeah, I don't know about streaming that week. We'll have to see what happens. Yeah, I wouldn't be making early transfers this week, not with Champions League around. Yeah, I wonder how many players go and get hungover. Probably get an absolute rollicking. The choice to transfer out Salah rather than Eriksen hurt. Oh, that is harsh. Most essential mid? Probably Sané. Maybe Salah. Get both, I guess. Right, I'm going to leave it there, I think, for tonight. It's getting late. Appreciate you all for tuning in, as always. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Up and over 100, but more likes is always better. Hit subscribe as well if you're not already. That'll let you know when my videos are going live, when I'm going live with streams, etc, etc. We're over 6,200 now, so coming up for 6.5, I guess is the next one. Cheers, Yanks, for the dollar again at the end there. Appreciate it. Scoutcast should be on tomorrow. Next stream should be Thursday. And we'll see if we can get some videos done in between. I don't know when they'll be yet, but yeah, we'll see, basically. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tell your friends to come and tune in. But until Thursday, I'll see you later. Cheers all.